They're teaching fourth graders what? Seriously, this is actually occurring in fourth grade classrooms. We're going to cover this here today on Speechless, Cut for Time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless, Cut for Time. I'm your host, Kev Phares, host of Speechless on Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal, but I can't necessarily get all of my content on my radio show, my 2 hours on Sundays, so I bring it to you right here in my Cut for Time shows as well, where I just find different stories that just, again, nothing ceases to amaze me, everybody. But please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think. This is a group effort, everybody. If we want to expose what they are trying to do to our children in classrooms, we have to be involved in the conversation together. So don't forget to comment and share it with your friends so that they can see the lunacy themselves. And joining me in studio to talk about this story is my good friend, conservative Cat Peterson. How's it going, Cat?
It's going so well, Kev Phares, and thanks for having me in studio.
Of course, definitely go check out Cat Peterson's show on YouTube as well. You can catch her every Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. live in studio doing her radio show, Conservative Cat Peterson. You can check it out at Cat Peterson 929 on YouTube. Go check that out. But let's get into this show right here. This is required curriculum. We're going to react to this video that I found actually through Libs of TikTok on Twitter. Yes, this is
what are you doing to me?
This is required curriculum for fourth graders in the Superior School District of Wisconsin. So Wisconsin, I'm from Illinois, just north of us, north of our border. They're teaching 9-year-olds this. Yes, fourth graders, 9-year-olds. This is a video that is part of their required curriculum. Everybody, let's take a look and a listen.
Aww. Hi, baby. Are you a boy or a girl?
Funny you should ask, Sid. One of the first things they check when a new baby is born is what kind of body parts they have. They do that to determine a baby's sex. Most of the time, it's easy to determine, and sometimes it's more complicated.
This one has a penis. It's a boy. This one has a vulva. It's a girl. Congratulations.
Whoa. Let's hit the brakes, people.
Okay, I love this so far because we're about to hear her give a great speech on how the doctor is wrong. This little girl in the video is about to tell the doctor how she's wrong.
I just love how none of the characters are white. I mean, I think maybe the doctor is because the doctor is
questionable. Wrong. You can tell the little boy is black, but all of the other ones, it's like, I'm not 100% sure of the race.
He's so black, his pants match his face.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cat. Oh my God.
Like, that's pretty black.
Oh my gosh. Well, I just think it's hilarious that the doctor comes out. It's a boy and a girl, and then has a penis, it's a boy. Has a vulva, it's a girl. And then this little girl comes in. Hold up there, Doc. I'm about to tell you the real science. Let's see what she says.
The way your body looks on the outside is only part of the story.
What?
The doctor's like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Says the room of multicultural people.
Like the forced diversity of it all is just hilarious. The undertone of forced diversity.
I'm sorry, but why does his face match his pants? Why did they do that?
Stay with me, gang. This is important. Hi, little one. Your sex refers to your physical body parts, remember? But there is also something called gender, which is how you feel inside your body and who you know yourself to be. And your gender, how you feel on the inside, doesn't always match the sex you were called when you were born.
Okay.
Let's say you were born with a penis and you feel like a boy inside. In that case, your sex and your gender match.
That's me. That's me right there. They just described me. Now they're going to get into some pseudoscience here.
Well, what if you were born with a penis and you know you're a girl inside, not a boy?
Then your sex and your gender don't match.
Wait, what does know you're a girl inside mean anyway?
It means that you're mentally ill. Really, that's really what it means. Know you're a girl inside? No, you're mentally ill.
Does that mean you have to love pink things and princesses?
Nope. Sometimes people refer to things as girl things and boy things, but this is just how people sometimes classify things, usually to make it easier to sell stuff to kids and their parents. Clothes, toys, and games.
Did we catch that real
What?
quick? Let's look at this real quick. Okay, let's see remember what she says about that. Let's hear that one more time.
To make it easier to sell stuff to kids and their parents.
So a little bit of anti-capitalist messaging in there as well.
Subtle
anti-capitalist socialist programming right there.
This is the hypocrisy. Like, it just doesn't make it make sense. Make it make sense for me, Kevin, because I don't understand, because they're the ones who say, like, so how do you know what you feel inside if there is no actual binary?
Well, exactly.
Girl stuff, boy stuff. I don't understand.
And we
They
have more
say
to
there is
cover
no
with this.
binary.
And we have more to cover with this, but this is the thing that you're right. Make it make sense. And I have the same question, because if there is no such thing as girl stuff and boy stuff, then how can a trans woman, a man who pretends to be a woman, how can they, he, she, whatever, how can they dress like a girl? How can they present as a girl? How, if there is no such thing as boy stuff and girl stuff, as they just said, and it's only classified that way to sell things to kids and their parents, then how is it that Dylan Mulvaney can go out in a dress and say, I'm a woman, and people believe him?
Yeah.
How would you really know? How is that what sets him apart as a woman?
And it's incredible because, you know how gay people always say, I was born this way, but then they go and then they get the sex change, and then it's like, wait a second, but you were born this way. And like, they go and get their sex change anyway. Thought you were born that way.
Yep.
And like, that's one thing too, is like the sex changes. I wonder if they're going to get into that. Probably not.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, this is going to a 4th grade class, so they have to keep it relatively like a Kamala Harris speech. But let's keep going. After the anti-capitalist messaging, let's see what else they have to say.
Clothes, toys, and games are for everyone. You don't have to be a boy or a girl to like a certain thing. Sid, has anyone ever told you that you shouldn't play with something or wear something because you're a boy?
Well, yes.
Wait,
the body parts you were born with?
Wait, did he really? I love how that's... Yeah, he did. He changed some
He
pants.
changed his pants.
He changed his pants.
Good. Wait, why is there a doll on this guy's
The
hand?
body...
Because they're trying to show that it doesn't matter. You can be a boy and play with dolls, and that's what they're trying to show. That
Make it make sense, because they're saying that it's the way you feel inside, but how do you identify as a girl or boy if those things don't even exist?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, is how do we know that Dylan Mulvaney is really a woman when the only way that he shows that he's a woman is by wearing a dress and wearing makeup and wearing things that are traditionally thought of as girl things?
Yes.
But this video says that there's no such thing.
I don't know.
Parts you were born with don't always dictate who you are, how you feel, or what you like to play with.
That's such a relief.
Gender, how you feel and who you know yourself to be, tells you who you are, and there are a whole bunch of possibilities. Figuring out what feels right for you is just part of growing up. Bye, little cutie. You might want to change that diaper sooner than later.
Yeah. So that's CBC, which I think is actually from
Canada.
Which is actually from Canada. But this video is a part of required curriculum for a Wisconsin school district. So it does not surprise me at all that this comes out of Canada. First off, Canada is like LGBTQ Marxist heaven.
Yeah, well, the CBC, they actually came out, and I know it's a tangent, but they actually came out and there was a leaked email from the CBC, and it kind of pertains to this. They said, don't call the Hamas terrorists. And it's like, what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't call a duck, everybody.
I'm sorry. I do not identify as a terrorist. I do not identify as a terrorist.
I don't identify as a terrorist. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck, everybody. But let's talk about, we're just a few minutes here. This is, so we laugh and we criticize and we find the holes in the arguments and everything. But once again, this is being shown to 4th graders. This is required education. This is required curriculum for 4th graders in Superior School District, Wisconsin.
Wow.
So this is what they are showing to kids in classrooms. And I'm consistently told by people on the left, there's no gay agenda. There's no gay agenda. There's no gay agenda. There's no queer, trans, gay agenda. Well, then why is this being shown to fourth graders?
And why is it, like we said, it was from the CBC. Why is that like an accredited like curriculum that's not even American?
Yep.
Why are we infiltrating our public school systems here in America with Canadian it's
propaganda.
Just like a media group. Well, it's publicly funded. I mean,
propaganda.
The Canadian government.
Like, almost by definition, it actually is propaganda.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if it's government funded media, that is propaganda.
Yeah, it's
like how we have national propaganda radio here in Illinois and
NPR.
Yep.
That's what
National propaganda
it's the
radio.
NPR equivalent, and it's just like, wait a second, we already have propaganda here in America. Why do we need the CBC?
Why do we need the Canadian propaganda? But this is what they're telling your children, and it's just part of the plan, to what they are really doing is separating children from the family unit.
And we're both 20, like we're in our 20s, Kev. We don't understand it. Because I'm so confused because there's like the logic doesn't line up there because they're saying that boys and girls don't exist. The idea of being a boy, the idea of being a girl doesn't exist. But it
also does exist if you want to choose it.
And you can feel if you're a boy or girl on the inside, and that's your gender. But how do you know what to feel? Because there is no such thing as being a boy or as being a girl. So I don't know. I would imagine that for 9-year-olds.
Yeah, 9-year-olds, fourth graders.
Fourth graders. I would imagine that they would have way more questions than answers. With after watching this, I could imagine the questions. They'd be like, "Wait, what?"
Well, I think, but again, who's going to be answering those questions? Because I guarantee you, while they might talk to their parents about some of them, a lot of it will go to the teacher, and the teacher is a machine of the propaganda. And so what they will do is say, no, you guys need to understand. You might just be confused. You could actually be like, Johnny could actually be Jill.
Well, and there's just no way out of the kids questioning it, because when you expose a fourth grader to that kind of material, they're going to start to ask questions because it doesn't make sense.
No, because it genuinely doesn't make sense.
And then the teacher is going to take them asking the question as them questioning their gender because they're curious about what's going on and what they're being shown.
Exactly.
And then there's like nowhere for the kid to hide.
I guarantee you one of the first questions that could come out of a fourth grader's mouth would be something to the effect of, well, does this mean, like, little Johnny, does this mean I'm a girl? And the teacher goes, yeah, you could be. Yeah. And then Johnny starts thinking, well, the teacher said I could be a girl. How am I supposed to? And then that just causes so much more confusion in that young child's life. And then they're going to spend all their day focusing on whether or not the existential crisis of whether or not I'm a boy or a girl, which can be summed up by some basic biology, instead of focusing on, hey, let's learn the times tables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like how to read and expand my vernacular. Like, seriously. And I'm sure this video has probably left you guys with more questions than answers, but I'm going to consistently try to find some of those answers and at least expose the kind of crap they're exposing to your children. Moral of the story, if your kids are currently in public school, consider alternatives, everybody. Well, everybody, we got to get out of here. We got some other videos to do, other content to create, but definitely go check Cat Peterson out on YouTube, Cat Peterson 929. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, almost to 1,000, guys. Please help me out. Let's get to 1,000. Subscribe to this channel, comment what you think, and don't forget to share it with your friends too, because I'm sure they could love a laugh from all of this as well. God bless you. God bless America. And until next time, you've been watching Speechless. Got for time.